In this video, I'm going to tell you about over 20 retailers who you should have your eye on launch day for the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 consoles on November 10th and 12th. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel where we give you the secrets to get the console that you want. So if you really want to be successful on launch day, you need to put in the preparation. You can't just say, hey, I'm going to go to Target and I'm going to order one of those. And most of the people that say that are not going to walk away with a PlayStation 5 or Xbox from Target and pick it up on launch day. It's just not going to happen. There's not that many PS5s or Xbox Series X's at Target. And that's the only retailer we have that is confirmed that you can pick up on launch day. All of the others, primarily, your best shot is going to be online, and it may be exclusively online and you'll have to wait for it to be shipped. But you need to put in the work before you get 12 a.m. on launch day. So I have this list here. It's got over 20 retailers. Most of them will likely or possibly carry both the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles in the USA. So this is a list for the USA. If we made it other countries, this video would be way too long. And this list is based on the information that I've gathered and given to you in my previous videos. But I have a lot of videos. I think I have over 36 videos where I showed you the sources for these things. And I'm not going to go through the sources today, but I recommend that if you want to learn as much as you can, you should go through my previous videos, especially the playlist of the secret retailers. But today, I think it's good enough that I'm going to go through these 20 with you all together. And I'm putting my subjective judgments about how likely things are. There are only 2 retailers that are confirmed for launch day as of November 6, 2020 midday when I'm recording this. Those are Target and Walmart. But if you focus your efforts exclusively on Target and Walmart, especially if you are looking to buy a PlayStation 5 before Christmas, purchase it on launch day, you probably will come away empty-handed. And that's why I'm giving you this much bigger list. And because you have this much bigger list, you need to put in more work to set up accounts with these companies, put in your payment details, your shipping details, have your login, be logged in before the launch day. That is before 12 a.m. The most common question I get on my Twitter page is, when's it going to go live? When's it going to go live? Right? And for 21 out of 22 of these places, we do not have a confirmed live date at this point. And the fact that somebody would ask, when does it go live, shows that they have incomplete commitment to getting the console. That they're not willing to put in the time. They just want to breeze in, breeze out, and they think they're going to purchase it. And that's the totally wrong attitude. You will not walk away with a console if you go in the attitude, oh, I'm going to just spend 5 minutes and I'm going to buy it on launch day. It's not going to work that way. Your best case scenario is that it's going to be very frustrating. Maybe you'll get super lucky and check out within 5 minutes, but the vast majority of people are going to have to struggle. And the vast majority of people that win a console on launch day, that is, they're able to buy it and check out, are going to have to spend hours, not minutes. Okay, so the retailers everybody knows are Target, Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop, PlayStation Direct, and Microsoft Store, right? But those are probably going to be the hardest places to actually secure a console on launch day. Of course you want to try for Target. Of course you want to try for Walmart. Of course you want to try for Amazon. And if Best Buy puts up stock, you want to try for Best Buy. But we think that Best Buy may not even participate in launch day, instead postponing their sales until November 22nd, which is their quote Black Friday day, which is not the traditional Black Friday, by the way. 11/22, not what you think is Black Friday. All these retailers have different dates for Black Friday, and it's not the traditional Black Friday. You need to set up accounts for all these different retailers. You need to be logged in. All this before the clock strikes 12 a.m. Eastern Time in the United States. And why do I say 12 a.m. Eastern Time? because that's the first time they can go up in the United States. Will they all go up at that time? No, definitely not. Will some of them? Probably. But if you miss it, it's missed. And there's not going to be a lot of stock after launch day. The only confirmed stock we have is Best Buy on 11/22. After that, it's going to be slim pickings because the console makers have put up a stockpile, right, which was gobbled up partially by pre-orders and will be partially gobbled up by launch day stock. And then after that, you have to wait for them to manufacture these units. And they're probably not manufacturing them as fast as you think they are. They may be only manufacturing 1 or 2 million units per month, right? Once all that launch day stock is gobbled up, you have to wait for them to manufacture new units, and that may only be like 1 to 2 million per month. And it'll come up at random times, and you're going to have to monitor my Twitter page, Wario's Twitter page, PS5's Twitter page, and turn on all notifications for months. So it pays dividends to put in the work now, in advance of launch day, on launch day. Otherwise, you're not going to get a next-gen console, or if you do, it's going to be a lot more work. So put in the work up front, right? So I'm going to go through this list and tell you why I think these things. And the other thing I just want to say as a caveat is if I put a question mark, it's not confirmed, right? If I say if it's likely or possible, it's not 100% confirmed, right? We've been gathering intelligence on these sales, following all the sales for over a month now. And I say we is the collective intelligence of the people on my Twitter. But I've not seen a single company that has not reversed themselves. I've not seen 100% reliable customer support rep. I've not seen 100% reliable poster. Things change, and these companies can change at a whim. I'm giving you the best intelligence at this time. But if you want certainty, you should buy a treasury bond. All right, so Target, Walmart are confirmed, 100% confirmed. They will have launch day stock. Target is going to have stock for pickup or drive up based on your local stores. There's a lot of local stores that don't show PS5 stock. For instance, my local stores have not yet shown PS5 stock. So it's possible, but not totally confirmed. There's an internal communication that indicates this, but other things seem to contradict this. It's possible you may get the option at Target to ship it. You should do that. I know you want to get the console on launch day, but if you get the option to ship it to your home and go through centralized shipping or draw from the stock of multiple Targets, you have a much better chance of actually getting the console. But the confirmed route is that you can only do pickup or drive up. But if you get that option to ship, you should take it. That's my advice. Okay, and then Walmart, they're going to ship stock. So one big thing the overarching thing is all the things that you have heard up to this point, most of them are wrong about whether they're going to have in-store stock or not. It's almost all going to be online only, right? You're not going to be able to camp out, right? The only place possibly that you might be able to camp out is GameStop for the Xbox Series X, right? But certainly not for the PlayStation. The PS5 or the PlayStation has put down a marker saying that none of their retailers are allowed to have in-store purchases of the PlayStation 5 on launch day. Now, maybe after launch day, they might be able to have it. So, for instance, a store like Meijer that did not intend to put these up online, Meyer may say, well, we're putting our stock up on the 13th so we can have in-store stock when the launch day is the 12th. And Meyer's a grocery store chain in the Midwest. But if your plan is to camp out someplace, you need to make other plans, right? You need to be putting your accounts together. Okay, so Best Buy, I told you, we are not confirmed for launch day. We're only confirmed for 11/2. Amazon has made no statements about it so far, but it's likely they're going to have launch day stock. It could go up early before launch day since they are shipping exclusively, but at this point, it's most probable that it'll go up sometime during launch day. maybe at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. We don't know. You should subscribe to this channel. We're going to continue to monitor the sales in other parts of the world, and maybe that'll give us an idea of how the sales will go in the United States. Right? We did that for the Xbox pre-order date. We monitored New Zealand. We monitored Australia, and the people who watched my videos on those had the heads up on how it was probably going to go down in the United States. But for that particular pre-order date for the Xbox Series X, we had a lot of information. Xbox was a lot more clear on things than they have been so far for the launch day. The other ones you should keep in... So GameStop is not likely to have any PS5 stock at all, either at their stores or on their website. If they do have PS5 stock, it will probably be a bundle. The only online stock in their second wave on September 25th was this starter bundle, so you should be prepared to buy a bundle, a very expensive bundle, if you're going to purchase from GameStop online. They're not going to be allowed to camp. They probably don't have or let you camp for in-store stock. It's possible they'll allow camping with the Xbox Series X, but that's not confirmed. The way to figure that out is go to your local GameStop the night before, see if they posted anything on the door, and they'll tell you how much stock there is. And you should camp out as soon as possible if that's your plan. But I think it's most likely the only strategy will be to have multiple browsers open, multiple computers running, your cell phone, your apps, and you're trying to check out as fast as possible on all these different stores. And if you have the browsers open to stores that not many people are looking at, you stand a much better chance of getting it. Okay, so there's PlayStation Direct. They went live, I think they went live at 12 Eastern Time on October 30th, the launch day for their accessories. Right, that was when I snagged one of the headphones, the 3D headphone sets, because that was their launch day, October 30th. PlayStation Direct went live. They now have a landing page or a purchase page for the PS5 disc and digital, and I think you should expect that they may go live at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Maybe they won't. Maybe they will, but it's better to be early than late. Microsoft Store, there's one customer service report that says that they'll go live 7 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, but I think customer service reports are so unreliable. I would say 12 a.m. is really when you should be looking at the Microsoft Store. We had a bunch of people that picked up consoles as orders were canceled and shipped out from the pre-order period of 9/22. So people that had their pre-orders canceled, they lost them, and people a few days ago were able to snag a Microsoft bundle. Or actually a Microsoft Xbox Series X. No bundles. They don't sell bundles. The other thing is, if you're an Xbox Series X buyer, right, you definitely should not be going for the all access. And it's not because of the way it's structured. It's because it takes longer to check out, right? So if you really want to have the X on launch day or near launch day, don't go for all access because it'll take long to check out. They need to do a credit check, and by that time it's going to be sold out. Okay, so other retailers that have sold pre-orders that are national retailers, and you all will recognize, are Costco and Sam's Club, right? They're going to sell bundles if they do it. Sam's Club has made contradictory statements about their stock. I'm leaning towards the statement that they may have launch day stock because Walmart does, and because Walmart and Sam's Club are the same or they're related companies, right? So I don't know why Walmart wouldn't give some stock to Sam's Club to sell more memberships. But you have to be a member of Costco, you have to be a member of Sam's Club, and it's a crapshoot. For Costco, we know that there is a bundle out there. We don't know when it's going to go up. It seems like it's only going to go up online. Costco sold Xbox Series X bundles as pre-orders. Sam's sold PlayStation 5 bundles as pre-orders. But Costco and Sam's Club, could go live on the launch day for both. We don't know. It's possible. Like I say, only two retailers in the U.S. at the time of this recording are confirmed. But we don't think 2 are going to go live. We think over a dozen are going to go live, right? I think most of this list is going to sell their stock all their stock on the launch day. And there's a lot of incentive for them to do that because they're not going to get so bombarded if they do it on the launch day. If they do it as a pre-order, they do it later, they're going to get just swamped, right? But they do it on the launch day. There's a lot of people coming in. They'll be diverted by different sites, and so they can sneak these sales in without having their sites crash. So you should be prepared for being hard to cart it, being hard to check out, for the sites crashing, all those different things. You should be prepared to refresh. Sometimes it's good to refresh. Sometimes it's not good to refresh. You might want to have multiple browsers for the same store to try different strategies. And you probably want to be trying different stores all at once and only checking out, of course, if you get only check out with one, right? So once you get you totally hit the pay button and it's confirmed, then stop your attempted purchases with the other retailers. Okay, the exchange is for only U.S. military. I've also been told Homeland Security, people that work for Homeland Security, and veterans and active duty military or reservists, right? And so they've sold bundles for both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, I believe, and it's possible they'll go live on launch day. We have no confirmation. We don't know. Notice there's a lot of question marks for the times, right? We don't know the time. The only times that are confirmed are 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the PS5 and 12 p.m. Eastern Time for the Xbox Series X for one retailer, Walmart. That's it. But Walmart's not the only retailer, and it's not the retailer that you stand the best chance of purchasing a console from. You should expect that all these retailers have really, really limited stock, that they're going to sell out in minutes if you're lucky, seconds if you're unlucky. So it's so important to be fast and also find that retailer that's not getting swamped. And we don't know which one that will be. Okay, so NewEgg has pages for both the Xbox and Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5. They're an online-only retailer, so definitely online. B&H Photo has a bundle and also a page for the PS5. I'm not sure about the Xbox Series X, but seems like they would carry that. And the other thing is, with these retailers you've not heard of, and you're like, oh, I don't know if they're legit or not. Well, you know how you figure out if they're legit? You spend 1 minute Googling retailer name legit, and then you'll get all these reviews. You'll find their Better Business Bureau rating, all this with 1 minute of research. And doing that 1 minute research will make the difference between you getting a console or not, because you will find that yes, they are legit, or maybe you'll find they're not legit enough for you. But for the ones that you do find they are legit, those are the ones that you stand a better chance of getting a console from than the ones that everybody's heard of. Okay, and then Adorama, I think they've confirmed that they will sell the PS5, and maybe they've not confirmed Xbox, but they still have a landing page. Abt Electronics has a page up. I think they may have told me that they weren't going to have stuff on launch day, but it's still good to check. And Online has said they would have launch day PS5 stock. They have a page for Xbox Series X, and Online had 2 waves of pre-orders that totally sold out. I've done the whole and Online legit thing. They don't have really good reviews, right? But you know what? There's been a lot of people that were really, really happy to buy a PS5 from Ant Online. And then Kohls and Ant Online's going to probably make you buy a bundle, right? So, if you're really cash strapped, you want to prioritize the ones that won't make you buy a bundle, right? So you don't have to buy a bundle supposedly with B&H or even GameStop, although GameStop, I would say you probably do have to buy a bundle, and B&H maybe not, right? But there's a lot of retailers that will have a bundle and probably only offer the bundle, and it's those retailers that you may stand a better chance of, just the same as you may stand a better chance if it's a members only club, right? Instead of the sale ending in 2 minutes, the sale will end in 15 minutes. And then Kohls, And then the ones below and online: Kohls, Meyer, PC Richards and Son, Electronic Express, Micro Center, Fred Meyer. Some are just very regional ones. A lot are pretty unlikely to have launch day stock. PC Richard and Son said they're in New York. They originally said they would ship, and then they said they wouldn't ship. But now that Sony has since said that they have to ship on launch day, if they're going to sell any PS5s on launch day, they have to ship and have it online. So, these smaller retailers either could thumb their nose at Sony and only have in-store stock, or they could decide they're going to not have stock on launch day, or they could decide that, okay, we're going to have launch day stock and put it online, right? But don't expect to get 100% confirmation of any of these things. You need to set up an account with all these places, right? Once you've done your legit Google search and you feel like you're willing to buy from them, then you need to set those up, right? And not wait until there's some grand announcement, because there will not be an announcement for 90% of these places. At least half will not have an announcement. If for no other reason, it's because they don't want their site overwhelmed, right? Ant Online announced their second wave pre-orders, right? And their site crashed 15 minutes before they were supposed to start, right? These smaller retailers cannot afford to make an announcement. It would be insane for them to do so, but it's obvious they are making preparations to sell these items. And you should be making preparations to buy them before somebody else does. I'm Linus Wilson. Subscribe.